I really devalued myself. I think my dad was the one who told me, agad there. I don't even know what there was at the time. I feel like I need to be up to a certain level baru ta boleh ikut the course. Takut ka na, main-main ka na pa.
Yep. Welcome back to part 3 untuk episod kali ni. Now, untuk part 3 ni kita ni akan bercerita pasal business, macam mana landscape business di Brunei, and then macam mana business community tu boleh menolong especially kita ni yang creative agency, kreatif yang ada dalam creative industry ni lah. Tapi sebelum itu, kirakan how do you see Bruneian punya business landscape masa ni? I mean, you started 2019?
2021. Well, 2019 was the app. 2021.
2021. So, dari 2021 tu sampai 2024, how do you see businesses di Brunei?
It's booming.
Kan?
It's really like every other day tu ada new businesses.
Macam mushroom kan masa ni?
Macam mushroom. Seriously. Macam mushroom. Yeah, it's just popping up everywhere lah.
Yeah.
But then the matter of berapa lama dorang stay is another thing lah. Yeah, so I look at the ones yang stay batah tu lah. But the ones yang macam INDA stay for long tu, I think they could use a lot of these courses in a sense. It just takes wanting to learn and wanting to admit that they have made some mistakes here and there. It's not permanent that you will fail. You have a lot of resources, even in Brunei alone. Yeah. So that's how I see it. There's a lot of businesses coming up,
especially cafes.
Banyak lagi. Banyak. So is new shops popping up here and there.
So macam orang masa ni melihat barang tu macam there's a trend cafe hopping. Tapi most probably banyak orang datang ke cafe tu barangkali sekali dua kali saja. Lepas tu how diorang boleh sustain apa ni kan. Tapi of course lah mesti ikut all these courses supaya ada business tu ada impact kan to the masyarakat. So you've joined yang BISOM di Livewire. Sebelum itu start sudah belajar bisnes sebelum?
Sebelum itu it was more on the books lah, sama courses online.
Sekali sudah masuk program daripada Livewire tu, apa terasanya?
Scary. I mean, at first it was scary because I mean, it was COVID at that time kan. And like I said in my story,
online ka masa tu?
Physical. Lapas sudah. Was it before COVID? No, it was after COVID. Yeah. So number one, it was scary. Pasal there's a lot of other businesses coming in. Kan? Automatically, you feel scared lah. I mean, at the time, I wasn't really in the right mindset. Kind of scam there. Like I really felt worthless lah. Macam I really devalued myself. So sitting there, I was with Amal. We were both scared. Macam kajar-kajar. Kami lagi mau duduk depan. Kajar lah. But being able to slowly speak to the other businesses atu while kana bagi the catering, the makanan tu was really helpful. Because again, we don't know how the business world was like back then. We were wearing t-shirts, macam very
casual lah.
Very casual. So we don't know kan. And then everyone's been talking about they gain like 5-6 digits man. It's even hard for us to get like a few $100 from a client. Baru start kan. It didn't feel demotivating, but rather it felt intimidating saja. But having the speakers come up there and then they tell these tips sometimes it feels a bit more scarier, but it helps if the speakers have to tell their origin story. Macam how it's struggling is what do you call this? Normal, you know, you have to go through this, you have to go through that. That really helped lah. And that's the reason why I really like I guess Livewire. Masa tu DNT building, what do you call it? Punya building.
Dia DNT masa tu.
The auditorium. Sana. They taught us multiple angles. Mindset, the Muslim way, the Islamic way of seeing business, There was the finance part from the guy from the IBD. There was an actual business owner telling their problems and how they overcame it. It's a good it's show.
Pasal kadang-kadang kalau macam kita ni ada community tu, kita ni fikir problem tu orang Ketani saja. So even one of our audience lepas few episode kami main, ia telefon, Hafiz, thank you nya. Kenapa? Rupanya problem cuma ni normal rupanya dalam business kan. Macam especially macam finance betul. Kadang-kadang apalagi kita ni macam banyak project base yang orang cash flow bukannya hari-hari macam tu kan. Jadi tapi benda tu normal di business. Tapi masa tu if you remember macam mana boleh kejumpahan Livewire tu masa tu, and what makes you want to join?
I think my dad was the one who told me agad there. I don't even know what there was at the time. Agad there, and then my mom, pasal Livewire is like an initiative under Shell. My mom is Shell, and then it was like, oh, Livewire, agad Livewire. That sounds so scary. Livewire, there, all are big words. And at the time, I was really, again, devaluing myself. So I think like we're supposed to go to courses to learn, right? But at that time, I feel like I need to be up to a certain level baru ta boleh ikut the course. Takut ka na, main-main ka na pa. But no, everyone was very supportive. And the Livewire community is like that. And yeah, it still is. I mean, here we're like literally here right now. So community is important. Community is important. It helps with the mindset. If sometimes it even takes you to not get rid of friends, more like distance yourself dari group of friends atu. If the mindset is not the same. It's painful, but it's necessary if you want to keep on growing. You need like-minded people, and Livewire, there, all these communities are there to help because there are like-minded people, businesses, even if it's in different industries, really. Yang macam belajar tahan lasak lah.
Yes, benar. Tapi kira kan macam in business memang ada banyak challenges yang orang itulah bukan saja in the creative agency, creative industry, tapi even other businesses. Tapi specifically creative industry ni memang banyak for sure banyak down moments. Tapi what keeps you, pasal to motivate you to do business sama your personal motivation memang different kan tau. Tapi macam what makes you masih mau membuat your business in creative ni walaupun tak banyak all the challenges tu?
In the beginning, the purpose was just to make money, obviously. But then after I got married, my purpose literally became my wife. I keep on telling her this, and then she's like, no, don't do that. It's like my purpose is literally my wife, and to make her happy. And happiness is not just from money, but being able to have this sort of being in this business, we would be able to go out and then still do work because it's digital, right? We did that for about 2 years until we decided to expand. So when we expanded, before we expanded because we got all the projects and everything, we were able to treat our parents, treat our siblings headset ko rusak, get them the headset. It feels nice, to be doing giving the things that we like giving back. And then sometimes when my friends, because at the age balamigi dapat kraja pa kan. So we were doing the business, and then they were like, oh, you want to go out? I'm like, okay lah, tapi budget ani. Oh no, it's fine. I'll lend you. It feels nice, right? It feels nice to be able to do that. And then when we expanded was maybe that was last year last year in February. Then my purpose became bigger. So these people trust us and then put their 8 hours every single day. I don't even look at them as employees. I look at them as a team, right? I look at them as collaborators driving through the same dream and goal. And then they share their goals, like, oh, they wanna continue dancing, acting. They wanna continue. They wanna be there for their kids for their kid, not kids, and they want to be there for their kid. Someone wants to get married here and there. That purpose became bigger. Nah, because if we are able to do what we love, which is the creative activities and be able to sustain ourselves, I would do it. Like if there was an option of like a I don't know, like $1 million, for example, and just enough to fund the team punya lives, and then be able to get married here and there, I would pick that one. Because there's purpose. You know, like it feels fulfilling to be able to do that. So the purpose extended to the team lah. I want to see them win. I want everyone to win. Not just that, probably like the freelancers, which is why it brought me to the whole idea of trying to,
build the community.
Apa tu lah semua. Everyone wants to learn. In the end, everyone just wants to do what they love and be able to put food on the table. And I think that becomes my purpose, because I came in being inspired by the creative industry anyway. So I want to stick in it and improve it. Not just for my agency, but everyone. But that could only happen if we all come together. Slowly, baby steps. We'll talk separately after this.
Inshallah. Pasal it will standardize some areas, especially on the pricing apa tu lah. Pasal orang kalau this one person mencharge 100,000, tapi yang this other person mencharge around 30,000. Of course yang 30,000 nanti kena pilih kan. But if we can standardize and find the balance itu kan, then sama-sama saja naik kan. Nada beza, nada competition apa itu.
Funneling the money to talents, to freelancers would be easier lah. And then getting more assets would be easy. Quality of work would get higher definitely, because there's more people in the team. Your cups will be full. Pasal, like if before this, let's say you need like a 150 or 200K to sustain the business per year. And then kalau one project is like 10,000, for example, then you need 20. You need 20 projects to run. And that's going to be crazy for the team, right? It's going to be straining. But if your target is still 200K, and then we standardize prices at makin tinggi, probably you'll have to do only 4 projects. Probably you only have to do 2 projects if it was 100K kan. That would definitely add in quality, because you have more time to do the work at the same time. Kirata, because you were used to running 20 projects, if you add another one, which costs another 100K, you'll get 300K. But that 100K could be funneled to help other freelancers who do not have equal access to the projects, especially the bigger tenders. That would again improve the whole creative industry. We wouldn't get invited to all these events. For example, the one in UBD, DCI, IGS, apa tu, agencies get invited all the time, right? We're not there just to show face anymore. We're there to, I want this person to work in my company because now I can finally afford it, right? It will help. It will really, really help. And I think that is the way forward lah.
And so you menaikkan value freelancer satu lah sebenarnya.
Naikkan the value of pricing, number one, which will then be able to funnel to the freelancers. Probably be able to take them full time as well. And then they can move on with their lives, like next stages lah.
So kita ni boleh menambah peluang pekerjaan lagi di Brunei.
Pekerjaan. Big goal for me, maybe in the next 5-10 years, because there's going to be the next generation kan. Remember how my mother used to hide that book to dong atu? One day, I really hope when that time comes for the kids nanti in the future, whoever lah, when they need to pick between engineering / science or art stream, it will be respected the same way, and dorang rasa malu-malu. Because I have a lot of friends from the art stream who are crazy smart, who's done businesses but the general public sees it as you're not science, you're not smart. It's not like that. It's really not like that. They just have different strengths. So hopefully nanti, once this, I don't know, maybe an association would change this whole landscape of the creative industry, that would be being in the creative industry, you feel proud instead, rather than having to be questioned every raya macam you're still doing it. You know what I mean lah. And it has to be, it can be done only if everyone is
coming together. Yep.
Yeah. Every single one.
Even 10 years ago, masa when I first started, nada tu yang macam mengakun aku kerja aku graphic designer at that time. Mana ada. Paling-paling aku pelukis. Di penerangan macam itulah. Contoh. Graphic designer was nada. I think up until 2018 kali I saw banyak tahu orang yang claim as a graphic designer apa itu ni. Pasal of course digital platforms macam require more of graphic designing talent apa tu kan. The demand was there. Sekali bercakap pasal digital digital platforms, ada bagiku good news lah yang recently masa titah yang pasal dia bukakan the digital payment. I was waiting for that since 2014 kala.
Wow.
Pasal kata ni dulu, I don't know about you, kalau kami dulu mencari jalan macam untuk PayPal, untuk doing freelancer.com ke apa, memang ada access
Nada access to
tapi since atau we can see macam kira ada sinar lah. Tapi how do you see that? How do you see the atau how do you see it coming?
For the digital payments, it will definitely help those young, very niche down. For example, there are creatives, the designers who they don't design brands, but rather they design characters.
Yes.
You know, they design very specific things, which usually is not the not really what the market wants here.
Yep.
So having that sort of digital payment will open up a lot of things. If there are a lot of streamers and then if the streamers want this, the streamers want that, they would be able to make money. Whatever it is, as long as they're happy doing the things they love and they can make money, I'm all in for it. Digital payment would really open up not just for the creatives, but also for other businesses who want to sell outside. Next is just logistics.
Atasnya lagi. Macam your clients from international sudah penetrate ke sana. Kira kan macam kami sendiri, kira kan we haven't done that. Ada tapi yang our international client yang base-nya di Brunei. So yang direct dari sana ada few inquiries, tapi when it comes to membayar macam cuma nak bayar, nak ada PayPal, nak ada apa. So atau limit kami punya limit lah masa ni. Tapi since atu berbuka, insyaallah.
Actually you can direct transfer dapat.
Pakai TT
dapat. That's how we would do it lah. Dapat benarnya.
Dapat.
It's just a matter of entering the market because you can't enter as your own agency because I mean the moment you come in there, everyone else
banyak
is bigger.
Lagi. Banyak lagi di sana.
Everyone else is bigger. So approach it in a way where other agencies outsource you. And that usually comes to meeting people. There's a lot of conventions just to talk. Just bring like a full deck of cards. Talk. Collaborations happens easier outside compared to here. Very fast.
Sure.
Sure.
Knowledge is important, very very important in business, in creative apa tu. Without knowledge, orang macam tadi, kira kan value tu boleh naik pasal knowledge tu kan. So what is your plan 5 to 10 years in the line? Macam I know tadi you mentioned pasal you want to build a community. I'm looking forward to that. Rubbish. Tapi what's your plan? Actual plan for 5 to 10 years?
My actual plan 5 to 10 years, so I'll definitely run that association to have that big community together and be able to improve the creative industry to the point where it will contribute to a big percentage in the diversification. And where creatives, I don't know the specific steps yet, but I'm thinking about it. Hopefully with other people, hopefully creatives are respected, valued, and looked up to the same way how engineers and scientists are being deemed very high right now. Although the values is subjective to a lot of people, we also solve a problem. Let's say you open a business and there's no marketing, there's no design, no nothing.
Yeah.
It wouldn't reach to anyone.
Yeah.
And we're solving that problem. We contribute to the whole other industry punya businesses growing.
Yep.
So maybe to summarize that is to increase the value lah
Yep.
of, I don't have to be too big. It could just be Brunei.
Yep.
And also cross collaboration.
Yep.
Not just in Brunei, but
Luar.
Borneo, Southeast Asia, and then hopefully bukalah semua.
Even Borneo tu saja. Kalau kita dapat atau
Yeah, yeah.
ada ke sana pasar sudah tu.
I've met people in Kuching sudah, and we've been talking. Last time when I went to Kuching, I wanted a holiday, but there was like 5 meetings or so, and then we were already talking about cross collaboration. If I can just, if not I, but if we can just bring people outside, it will definitely show the potential that we have.
Yep.
And that's my plan for the next 5 years. Continue to increase the value lah.
Mudahan dipermudahkan.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward.
Semua.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah.
Pasal sampai bila ada tu kan kreatif kena kena itulah di value tu kan.
Yes.
So if you have anyone to shout out, I know ada pelang tadi.
Shout out to my wife. She's probably gonna say, why did you do that? Yeah, my team. Shout out to my wife, my team, the people that are around me who continue to support whatever we do, to family, and probably all the creative people in the industry.
Yeah.
I know you're having it hard right now, but something is in motion. Hopefully, once that happens, we'll solve a lot more problems and we'll have a lot less problems. But it can only happen when we do it together. So if I DM you or I message you or I call you, please don't ghost me, because it's for the better. It's
win-win.
It's for good. It's for good.
Yep.
Yeah. And also to Senimerge, thank you for inviting.
No problem.
I really enjoy it. I mean, I didn't realize the camera was there, to be honest, because the conversation was really interesting.
Yep.
I hope this podcast will continue to
Inshallah.
deliver more knowledge, deliver more insights and stories, hopefully inspire the audiences lah to take that step forward and just do it. Nike.
Just do it. I mean, maybe kalau durang suka this kind of conversation, maybe we can do separate segment for creative sahaja.
Sure. Can. That would be very fun. Yeah.
So kalau kamu mau, please comment di bawah and subscribe. Jangan lupa share to all your friends, family, siapa tu. Last, if you want to promote your business or services.
Okay.
Di mana dorang boleh jumpa?
Aicreativv is a creative agency that does strategy, design, and also execution. So all the parts too. We are available on the website, Iicreativv.com, and also on our Instagram. You can just contact directly or just call me. I mean, just call me immediately, like 882-4712. We service both SMEs and also the corporates. That's pretty much it. There's also a newsletter that we have. We call it the Spell Book every week. 5 minutes or less, you'll be able to learn insights. Actually, not learn, but more like learning together, where we find bits and pieces of the week and we just share it in the newsletter. It's called the Spell Book. If you want to check it out, it's at mail.iicreativv.com. Simply subscribe and you'll receive it every single week around Wednesday or Thursday. Yeah. I'll probably talk about this too in the newsletter.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
So, thank you so much for your time. InsyaAllah mudahan from this conversation kita ni boleh membagi manfaat lagi kepada ramai orang lah, especially entrepreneurs di Brunei. Bukan saja di Brunei sajalah, maybe Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia. Pasal kita ni buat bisnes ni, kita ni feel alone, macam lone wolf teganya. Sebenarnya kalau kita ni jumpa orang yang sama fikiran apa itu, insyaallah ada itulah. So that's the reason kenapa podcast ni kami bawakan, supaya ni ramai orang dapat manfaat itulah. So itu saja untuk kali ini. Assalamualaikum.